What's up, guys? Happy weekend, happy Monday. I think we're back here for another video today. So basically, I want to do a quick video about how to find for an altcoin and also the due diligence and research that you need to conduct before purchasing an altcoin, so that you don't get pump and dump, which is very normal, right? And some of the things that I usually do that I think will bring benefit to you guys, whoever it is, right? All right, so I think just want to share with you and also bring your attention to my profile here on Linktree. So Linktree is basically like a profile that has all the links that I have, right? So I basically write articles I try to write them 3 times a week, right? Or also do the videos 2 times a week. And basically what I'll do is I'll post all my articles, my Binance Smart Chain video that I recently did because of a viewer from Facebook group. Certain things about YouTube, how to my Twitter, and also some of the other useful links. And I appreciate some of the people that has been watching my channel, especially the Binance staking tutorial one, right? So I think you can see here that we have like about 30-40 plus people watching this, and appreciate if you guys watch it, because I don't think it costs you much. It doesn't cost you anything, right? If you guys are tuning in, you can just subscribe to me and keep tuned for this, as I will produce more content. And if there's other things that I can improve, please share with me, either through comments, or you can just tweet me this thing as well. All right to it. So basically, I think everybody wants to know how to find a altcoin, right? I think that's very important, right? People will go things and write like this: how to find, something like this. How to find altcoin before they spike, because at the end of the day, everybody's in crypto. There are a few types of crypto. The long-term people, the one that want the huge gains. Of course, everybody wants it, and also the speculators, right? So at the end of the day, you can just see and just Google how to find altcoin and all that. But I'll show you how I do it, right? This guy Sheldon Evans, he is a really good guy to follow, right? But just want to share with you a few things as well before you do your research about things like that. So just taking an example of a Facebook page, right? Just going into Facebook, and then I want to go to maybe an example of a coin, right? Based on a group, right? I believe everybody knows that in the group, there's a lot of people actually sharing about what sort of coins that they purchase. Uh, if I have $100, what should I? Things like that, right? How to teach me, and then what kind of coins, what kind of platform you're using. So actually, all of these you can probably do some research about it. But at the end of the day, right, for any coin that you pick, right, for example, right, there are a few things that I will usually do, right. So I just give an example, right. Recently, I've been looking at this coin, VeChain, right, VET. This is by no means that I will be promoting this coin or whatnot, right? If you want to buy, you can buy. If you don't want to buy, you can don't buy, right? But basically, what I will do in terms of the research is basically like this. So I go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, find for the coin, right? Look at the price, look at the supply and all that. But all of these indicators don't really mean anything that much, right? I would say, because at the end of the day, all of this is just showing you the supply, and if they do not bring value to the community, right, the DeFi community or the network or the infrastructure, that doesn't really matter as well, right? So as you can see here, if I pull back the chart, right, most of the coins that you want to find for, they should be on an upward trajectory like this, right? At the end of the day, even though there's drops and all that, it should look like this, right? Certain things that a coin shouldn't look like would be something like, uh, just take example. I'm just finding for a coin, yeah. Just finding for a coin, not by any means saying this, but okay. I don't want to say that this is bad coin, but to me personally, if I were to invest in a coin, I would not want a coin that looks like this. Why is that? Because if you're holding it for the long term, then your coin should look like this, right? It should look something like Bitcoin's trajectory. It shouldn't look something like this, right? Because it's like saying that okay, no doubt that it has increased a lot, but you see, if let's say you purchase it in October 2017 at 20 cents, and you have hold it till June of 2020, you are still breaking even or losing by 1 cent. So it's like it doesn't make sense for the long-term holders. Of course, maybe you can say that if you purchase here and you sold here and you sold here, then it's good for you, right? But end of the day, to me, I will usually try to find for something that are long-term sustainable, right? So one of it is to look for their coin, right? Their coin first be chain, right? Find their website, understand a little bit about what they do, right? You like myself, I'm not so technical, so trying to understand what sort of applications that they have, what sort of community that they have, right? And also what do they do as a high level, right? And that is very important, right? At the end of the day. And if we are able to understand that in the high level, that's one thing. But if we don't, that is another thing that is considered quite speculative. But if let's say that there is some things that you don't understand, you can always just Google it up. Or also another way that I look at it is that I will look at the news in terms of VeChain to see what sort of partnerships that they have done, right, recently, if there is any, right? A little bit about the team behind it, right? The team behind the VeChain, right? The team behind VeChain, that's important as well, right? And the other thing that's important as well is their support, their community, right? Looking at the community is very important, right? So looking at VeChain, that VeChain Foundation. So looking at their foundation, how often that they actually have tweets and interactions with people, right? That's very important as well. So recently they have a lot of good partnerships going on, right? Partnerships with BNB Hydro. Then they have built some trust funds, and if there is a crypto that has a lot of use cases already, that is very important, but not necessarily always the case. I'll show you another case, for example, later, right? Looking at they have a lot of partnerships going on, right? This is something example. So looking at their company, looking at their website, looking for upward trajectories type of coin, that's important. Looking at their Telegram, looking at their Twitter feed to see how is their community and the partnerships, right? If they happen to have a Telegram, you can just scout them out in Telegram. Another place that I always want to look at is their Reddit. Some of the coins, they will either be active on Reddit or they're active on Telegram. Sometimes both, sometimes one or the other, right? So I will usually try to look and understand from the community, VeChain Reddit, and just understand and see what sort of things that they do, right? And I also will actually look at another important thing, which is the competitors that they have, right? VeChain in terms of the competitors. So if let's say you have a lot of people doing the same thing, you will of course look at the number 1 and number 2 or the top 3 or top 4. I will usually look at the top 3. So I will look where is this coin compared to the others, and how far ahead or how far behind they are in terms of technology. And these are a few things that you can look and evaluate. So if let's say the number 1 coin is like way ahead in terms of partnerships and way ahead in terms of their pricing and market cap versus the number 2, then you will come to a situation whether do I want to invest on the number 1 that has smaller gains but is more consistent, or do I want to focus on the number 2 because there's a huge upside compared to them because there's a smaller market cap, right? So there's a few things that I will look at, right? So I will look at, like for example, a VeChain, some of the partnerships and things like that. I discovered VeChain and they also have some sort of competitors, Walton Chain, right? Just looking about it, then you can just see about the people talking about it, blah blah blah, etc. Right? Then some people will talk about it. What's the positive side of VeChain or a certain coin versus the other coin, right? and then they will say all the things positive, etc. Right? And based on my research, long story short, you should always take two sides of the coin, right? One is the competitors, and one of it is the other one from the current place. Because, for example, in this place, right, this is a VeChain community place. But if you're finding a comparison from VeChain against others, of course the community will back up VeChain more, right? So maybe if there's a Walton chain, you want to look for a Walton chain sort of group, right? Group. Let me show an example. So looking for a Reddit for Walton chain. Yep, there is one here, right? Okay, right, Walton chain. So just looking about some of their articles, right? So understanding a little bit about it, and see, then you can straight away look about things like that. You can see some risks related to Walton chain already. 1 day ago, etc. Right? So maybe you just need to further study whether it's real or not. That's another thing as well. But usually, in the crypto space, people are scam, fraud, run away straight away. You know, then the coin will freaking take a tumble. So let me just check about Walton chain just to see whether if it's right or not. Because 1 day ago there was a drop in the news. See, you would usually cannot go wrong from it most of the time. And look at their coin trajectory in terms of market price, right? So it's like big spike. So this is what I call a pump or dump. If it looks like a triangle like this, so you purchase here. If you're lucky, you keep paying attention, then you sell here, right? And then you just, when you start seeing it come down like this, then it's like, okay, then you know it is done for it already, basically. I mean, this is my way of looking at things, right? I might be wrong, I might be right, but this is how I look at it, right? But at the end of the day, the coins that you want to look for is kind of like upward trajectory like this, right? Something like Bitcoin or Ethereum's type of chart, right? That's one thing, right? So you can see, looking at their website, looking at their Twitter feed, right? Checking about how active they share their roadmaps, partnerships, right? Things like that. Checking on their Reddit, what they do, etc. Checking about their competitors, right? 4 things really. Checking about competitors, and also looking at their chart, right? So as long as you do this sort of validations, right, from some of the coins that you want to purchase, right, that would be a good indicator already to see whether if you want to participate in the coin or not. That's one good indicator. And there's also actually another one that you can do, right? Important. So it's like, if you can see, there's a lot of people on Facebook, right? They was kind of like promote their own coins and stuff like that. So always remember that whoever that share the information with you, they have an intention. If they don't have an intention, then good. But most of the time they have an intention. What I mean by that? So if let's say you want to find a certain coins, right? People like Sheldon Evans, they, to my knowledge so far, understanding and looking at him, he will of course share certain things which are pretty good in terms of the potential of market cap and all that. But at the end of the day, if he might have some vested interest inside the coin already, right? So probably he will state it or he don't state it or whatnot, right? But we all know that, right? At all the YouTubers or people who share coins or Facebook groups or Twitter, whoever that is sharing or promoting a certain coins all day, every day. So most of them probably have invested interest in that coin, right? Because when it goes up, then they will kind of like sell it on the high, and then they will drop it again, right? So things like that. So when Palm, when Lambo, things like that, So if a project is good and sustainable and has a lot of buying over the long run, the coin will always have an upward trajectory, right? So end of the day, make sure that the projects that you're finding is of good quality, right? If you're lazy to look at all this research and understanding who is the people behind it, the competitors, the Twitter feed, the Telegram, etc., then probably you just get like Bitcoin and Ethereum, that's the best two already, I would say, right? This is just my not non-financial advice, but just my understanding of the whole space currently, right? And there's also a lot of people promoting like Reef and all that, right? Apparently, their marketing team of Reef is in Malaysia, so Malaysia Boleh and stuff like that, right? So that's another thing. See, so a lot of people promoting the coins, direct or indirect. I don't want to say anything, so that's one thing as well, right? So I hope this sort of information helps you guys. Let me do a quick recap. Look for the coin, right? Look for the price. Look about all these little details, right? A little bit about it, right? Is it hitting their max capacity? Are they not? Look at their website, right? Look at their website. Their price should be always upward trajectory, right? Not really something that is constant all the way like XRP one, right? But I might be wrong. Maybe XRP might put up a sky, right? And then look at the Reddit community or the Telegram community, and also the feed, right? I think basically you can pretty much sum up whether the coin is good or bad already from that point of time, right? Okay, so I hope you guys enjoy this. Appreciate if you guys can sub to the channel or follow my feed. There's actually a lot of helpful links here, right? This link, right? For example, for those who want to keep track of the news or use for the tracking some of the DeFi space. For those who do yield farming, that I'll probably do a video soon, sometime soon. There's a few channels that you can use to track a portfolio. Hot wallets like Trust Wallet, MetaMask, scam coins, etc., and things like that, right? And that's all for my video today. Hope that you guys like it so far and enjoy my content. I will be sharing more details as well. And if there's other video articles or things that you want me to write about, be sure to PM me or link me or whatnot, right? All right, thanks guys, and appreciate your support so far. Take care.